Alright guys, here we go. It's Monday. Got a full week. Hopefully we have a good week this week, because last week was pretty so-so. I didn't get filled on my ad there. I was bidding 75 cents. On the 412s. I got a bad fill. I'm in at 95 on the first one. Wow. Yeah, you did get lucky. I wouldn't have held anything into the weekend. That was a pure gamble. Alright, hopefully I can get filled on the ad here. I'm bidding 75 cents on the 412s. I should get filled. This 5 minute has some work to do here. Come on, pull it back, pull it back. I'm gonna be pissed if I don't get filled, because I was bidding 75 cents on the 413s, and the low was 76. So I was pretty pissed about that. That ran away from me. The reason I think we fill the gap is the posture of this hourly. And because going into today, I thought that they're gonna go lower first. You know, going into just looking at the chart yesterday. You were in the 414 calls? Why? What do you guys? Why are you guys gambling on these moves over the weekend with a bearish posture? Speaking of gamble, these 412s are a little bit of a gamble here, but I think they at least make an attempt to fill a gap at worst. I mean, yeah, that's just a pure gamble, though. I mean, pure gamble. The chart wasn't even telling you that, too. I mean, if you bought one or two, whatever, but, you know, there's no reason to do that. if you're going out 2 weeks, okay, that'd be okay. Because we are going to go higher. We're going to go much higher before we go much lower. Well, if you didn't expect the gap, you shouldn't have been in calls. Because what's the point of paying that premium if you don't think that there might be a gap? You're in the calls and you're still hanging in there on this big gap. Come on, man. Right now, on this 1 minute, it's going to be very unlikely that they push higher, as in much higher. So let's say they go to 416. Well, you're sacrificing, at least 3 points for one more point from here. Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy too. I didn't have the. Come on, don't get away from me. I didn't have the best sleep. Not bad sleep. I'm just pretty tired. The only reason that I kicked off the stream was because the market woke me up. I got a jolt, getting excited about the short. That woke me up really quick. They missed by fill by 2 pennies. I think they might spike it just a little bit more under that 1450. Because as it stands right now, we're looking at about 1275 if they break lower. So shorting here, like I said, for a gap fill run at a minimum in a 10, it's a little bit of a gamble right here. I don't think they're going to rip for 420 and not look back, but it's a little bit of a gamble to be getting in a little preemptively. I swear to God, if they stop right here, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Are you kidding me? I swear to God, that bet. Hold on a second. I hate how sometimes the option chart doesn't load on Tasty. Alright, finally. Yeah, that low was 75. I was bidding 75 and I didn't get filled. I don't think this is gonna, run away here, but when it does break low, we should see a pretty easy run to 412 in relative short order. Alright, come on, one more push. Give me a fill on those 75s. Come on. I should get filled here. Come on. One more jab. Come on. That's okay. If they break up here, I might get in on the back test of this line. Whatever, it's not a big deal. But I think it's a pretty good setup because 412s, even if they don't fill the gap, let's say they only come to 411, the gap attempt will happen early. So, okay, I got filled. Okay, so 2 points from here is a double. they just go to 1250. Even if they come short of 12 on a gap attempt, that's a double from here, with the possibility of cracking that stupid ass 410 from Friday. I think that's going to happen. See, this has been a very whipsawy. The reason it is, okay, we're in the flag right now on the daily. So I was looking at it in hindsight, and it made sense. Because we don't quite, the bulls are deep in the hole. They don't have the posture that they had right now. The bulls don't have the posture. There's probably, I would be surprised if they don't at least try to fill that 405 gap before they take off. If they don't fill that 405 gap or try to, then we're coming back down to, at least 4,000, possibly by the end of the month, if not the end of the summer. I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but we are going to come back there, in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't even look at the ES. I just kind of, I'm sleepy here still, so it was kind of a gut reaction that they're going to try to at least attempt the gap. That's why getting sleep is very important. See, now I could have got those 413s for 75, so that sucks, but whatever. It's a bad habit I have. Something catches my eye, shortly after waking up. I wasn't even done with my coffee. Usually I don't put on any trades until at least I'm done with my coffee. So kind of sucked me in there to the short side. If you get a gap like that, you got to sell that. Yeah, look at this. Now they're pushing 16. I swear, if this is it, we get some stupid gap and go, and then we hit that 17. That's gonna really suck. That stupid 17 getting hit first. Yeah, I didn't even look at this chart. I bet you it's gonna have a bullish posture with this gap. Yeah, right now I might be screwed on those, because that might be the dip. I think that might be it. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, that hour just closed. Wow, look at it. This hour just kicked off. Look how they spiked here. Jesus Christ. Wow. I didn't even look at the ES chart. I'm an idiot. Now this 5 minute going into the open, this was just really a normal dip. I still don't trust this upside just yet. I still don't trust it. We're getting tight here. This is getting pretty tight. I just don't trust this. I do not trust this. Are they going to play games now? Come short of 17? This is just pure gut feel here, not based off the chart. The chart isn't horrible for a bullish move, even higher for the day, but I don't know why. I just don't trust it. Now they may run for this line this morning if they make it that far. Alright, yeah, you got lucky on that extra push there. On a big gap like that, I would always just sell. Because right at the open, that premium is going to be at its highest too. If they go, they're probably going to go quickly. You might see a quick run of that line right there, that 41.80. Some very strange action because with this up, down, up, down, and are they just going to go up and not look back? I don't know about a grind up day. Back to back to back grind days? I don't know. I think if it happens, it's going to be quick. So yeah, I think we hit this maybe in the next 30 minutes. It's going to be quick. Finally hit that 417. Yeah, that could be part of the opening move. As far as you know, the reason to be buying the market out the gate, that could be the reason for it. But I don't think it holds. Again, just pure gut feeling, not really based off the chart at all. This 20 to me is the red flag because it, not enough time has passed Because you have to realize if they're going to make the move, I mean, this is essentially going to go like this quick turn. Well, it would be like this then, but we don't quite have that posture yet to make this, this kind of move. So, kind of like the 20. I mean, this was a snap back higher, but this was after the first big pullback here. So that 20, went from down to not even flat. It just V-bottomed out of there. So look at it now. It's especially with this move up and then back down. I think this is going to weigh down the market just a little bit, maybe for a couple more days. Hey, you're fine there, believe me. I was an idiot jumping the gun on those 412s. Not fully awake. I wasn't even looking at the regular ES chart. So I definitely trade places with you, but I only got two. It may not work at all as far as the... Well, no, I don't want to say that, but... Anyway, that 20 is what is why I'm not buying the move higher just yet. Now, it doesn't mean it can't happen. We could go to 420 today, and then they could, maybe have an inside day, and they could still kind of chop around a little bit more, allowing this to kind of catch up. But the way I see it, I don't see this posture just churning up like that. At a minimum, it needs more time. Right now, this 4-hour looks pretty good actually for the bulls. So, there's a chance we hit 420 on a spike. I'm not sure if it holds, but it's possible to hit it today. However, after Friday's move, especially the futures, I don't know if they're going to reverse that today. Because normally after a move down like this, it normally takes at least a couple days to battle out that move. I mean, this was an overnight gap down. That is one thing. This was, the open here or here, it'd be a little different. But I mean, we gap down here. We didn't open till here, so this is just battling a futures move right now. It's a little bit different because of that. But if this was the whole trading day, they wouldn't be pushing that easily through this. If this was the open here. Yeah. I mean, you're right about the Amazon. I didn't even pay attention to that. You could say that's the reason for the move. I had no idea that that happened. If I knew, I probably would have got some calls. Based on this 5 minute, it'd be shocking if they didn't hit 417. I mean, with the games they've been playing with 417 and what was the other one? Four. Oh, yeah, 407. Big range there. But 417 and 407, man, they've been playing games in this flag. So as it stands right now, we got what? 4171. 5 more handles out of this move. That should get there. They're battling that pivot right now. But I think they get there. Well, yeah, Amazon's in the hole too. You know, you're gonna get that kind of move. This is the opening push, though. You know, plus the gap. You know, so you got people. Nobody wants to buy the gap. You got Amazon. That's why it's working. I wish I knew about Amazon. I had no idea. I wasn't paying attention. I just did it based off of my my kind of gut feeling going into today. I thought we were going to get some continuation, so that's why I'm like, I don't think this gap holds. But you know, I got it way too early on that. It was a half sleepy trade. If they can't hold that pivot right here, we might get a sharp reversal here. With this posture, they really need to keep going because of the MAs. If this does this, this is going to kind of change this move. It doesn't mean they can't go higher, but in my opinion, if they can't hold this 58 pivot, um, it's going to kind of change. I'm not saying short, I'm just saying I think they should hit that 17 rather quickly in this move. So you know, if they close this 5 minute down here, yeah, that'd be pretty bearish. But yeah, see, it's getting bought up for now. It should hold because I think they should hit that 17. I got a really good video to show you later. I'm still really kind of out of it, so I don't feel like talking that much. A really good video that talks about a concept that I've been always thinking about, but I never actually did myself. And had I done it, I'd probably be sitting pretty nice right now. See, this is the same posture we had on Friday, going into the close. Let's see if this plays out here. Is this 15 minute? Looks just like this. This was my mistake. I'll talk about it later, but it was a profitable trade on Friday on my put. That turned into a loss. Like I said, I always do. Because 30 or 50%, that's not enough, right? So my trade worked out, but that's something I'll talk about later. But the 15-minute posture, they could have did it. I'm not saying they would hit 407, but they could have hit 409. That's what that was my target all along. When I got in it, here, I forgot where. It was a pretty good entry. My gut feeling on this 15-minute, I was like, I don't know about this, it needs more time. And I was right. Now look at the 15-minute right now. So here you have 3 hours. 3 hours of consolidation from the sideways move. And they couldn't do it. Now here we have um, 4 hours, about 4 hours. Well, 3 hours. It's the same thing. So 3 hours from sideways to the next leg is 3 hours from here to here. So it's the same as Friday. They kicked it off, because I guess we got, it's early, we got more time, so a lot more can happen here. But it's still not the best posture to be able to hold this move. Going from, here's your move up, a relatively short consolidation, and then it's just going to keep going all day. I don't know. I don't think it holds. They could go higher. I would be shocked if they don't hit 417. And then from there, it's likely they make a run for that trend line, maybe short of 4180. If we do hit this, it's going to happen likely this morning, sooner rather than later, based on the posture out the open. Now the opening theme is Amazon split. We're going higher. Then we got this. I think it's a 50. That's 100. 50s there getting across, but this 100 just going flat. It very well could. Most of the time, you don't get a move like that. So there's your 100. There's your 100. Coming down. That we get that rip. Here it is. So relatively short consolidation on the 100, and then this big move that was pretty much completely faded. And now we're in consolidation. I'm sorry, that's the 50. This 100 right here. So pulling it up, back down, now sideways. This is going to weigh down the market. Okay, so maybe we don't crack 4100 today. Now how I look, now that I'm looking at this chart, that's not looking likely, but this should weigh the market down from really getting the win here. See, what tells me, I didn't look at this at the open. I was only looking at the SPY. But this 15-minute, looking at it from this angle, we should go. They should push it a little bit more, run for that 17. But this this is kind of a tired posture here on the Stoch. That they should make the push into that gap, an attempt at least. This is why I don't trade the open. I normally do stupid things, kind of based impulsively. You need more time to make a good analysis from all angles. I made the impulsive move based off what I thought was happening going into today, and that was we're going lower before we go higher. So I got screwed on this big pop higher right here. Here's ES into from the open. Looked pretty choppy there in 1 minute. I'll show you something on I think the 5 and the 15 minute from Friday. I'll show you that later when I go over the chart. It's really sloppy. Alright, so let's see what where this pullback takes us. Man, if they come short of that, if that's it for that 417, bulls are going to be getting a pie in the face today, kind of like the bears did with 407 a couple days ago. That would be hilarious, because that 407 and that 417, those are your numbers. The ES chart's saying it should hit it, probably on the next 15 minutes. Do they fill the gap? Yeah, that's possible. I mean, that would be that run at 4180. But I would be surprised if 417 doesn't get, if only spiked. So let's look at Amazon. I want to see what it looks like. I don't even know if I have it on my list. I don't think I do. I don't look at Amazon. Alright, let's see. Oh wow, $100. Well, there's your fuel for the next leg higher. At $100, maybe I'll start trading it. I haven't looked at Amazon in forever. Yeah, so this is trying to make the run for that 50. We should see it this week. See Amazon right here. This is what I'm talking about with that 20. This is going to be probably relatively quick run up. This is not sustainable. Again, not saying we're crashing down or any of that stuff, but I mean, even look at the 9. Look how extended we are. How extended we are from the 9, and then the 20 down here, and then crossing. Yeah, I mean, we're above these pivots right here, so you got everyone excited, chasing, squeezing, and all that stuff, and then you got the gap window right here. So they very well may gun for that gap window. But looking at the posture, I don't know, man. I'm not trusting the long side here. It's not a look I would want to be chasing right now. If I was looking to chase it, I would have been in much earlier at the open. But up here, I wouldn't be. Not the look that I would want to be chasing right here. To get in, here to where you're gonna get $1.50 out of it at best. As a day trade, I'm not talking about long term or swing or whatever. But even Amazon looks more unsustainable than the SPY 20 on the daily. This hourly here, this big move up here. Obviously, they could keep going. They are going. Look at the volume here. You got everyone hopping on board here for the split. So, nothing saying it's going to turn around right now. All I'm saying is it's not a sustainable posture. So let's say they go to 130 today. You're probably going to see, back down to 125 Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's say go 130 and they hold it. Maybe on tomorrow they get a doji or something, and then maybe Wednesday you get your pullback. So I'm being patient as far as the long side goes. I'm just not trusting it quite yet. Believe me, I can't wait to go along this market. Man, I wish I would have known about this, damn it. I don't think we talked it. No one mentioned it on Friday. I would not have got those 412s, that's for sure. I mean, that's the whole reason for the gap up is Amazon. Alright, here's the 417 run coming up. Alright, see what I meant about that pivot? See, if this closed on here on that candle, that would have been trouble for the bulls. Well, you got Amazon pushing higher, so that 417 is going to get hit on this run here. And the current target is 4171-ish. So I got a good 5 more handles out of this move at least. And then maybe they make a run for 4180 later on. So if anyone's scalping, is a pretty good look to scalp your way higher. You know, off that 1 minute. Like if I was trading the MES, I would be long probably against the 62 right here. Trying to get in the 63s. You know, you could risk point and a half, 2 points to get you, you know, about 7. They should tag 63 before they really make the run. So if I was an MES, I'd be bidding 63 right now for a partial half entry. It came short of it. Still could hit. 62.75 is the real number. So I'd probably have my bid there at 75 in case it spike it a little bit. There's a 75. Alright, so, well, maybe we reverse it. It stopped out right there. Chart's still holding up though. Well, we could reverse here on that 1 minute. Look at that kind of double topish look here. Let's see what they do. Well, with Amazon, it's more likely they hold up here. Especially since they already came back here. No, I know. Everything's bullish as of right now. There's just a few red flags that make me skeptical. Skeptical going into today before this move. And wherever this takes us, if we go to 17 or higher, I'm not going to be trusting that. I will say this much. Ever since we've been in this flag, the market has not been being nice at all. Ever since here, since past week, the market has not been nice at all. You know, coming short of that 407, then the 417, to the long and short side. Oh man. Let's see if these bulls get this pie in the face on the 417. Because if I was long right now, I'd be so pissed if they didn't take that 17, at 41.70 on this current push. That would be the surprise that they don't hit it in the next, this hour, let's just say. Because with Amazon, there should be enough bullish Momo on the tape to at least hit that 17. Might do it on this candle on this 5 minute. Might get a spike here. Yeah, I think they're going to do it here. What's up, IT? I went from fully slept Friday to hazy start Monday. Why isn't Amazon's making a new high for the day here? What's holding SPY back? SPY never even broke this pivot here. It's kind of strange. Oh, by the way, GME is looking very good. By the way, very good. I'm keeping my eyes glued on GME all week here. This flag, I got a 175 target if it really gets crazy. Again, kind of similar 20 posture here, so you got to be careful. But I think they can make a run for this 160, if only on the spike. So I'm keeping my eyes on this because this weekly is looking pretty good too on GME here. This kind of flag we're in. It's early right now, so This week is a little bit of a stretch, breaking 160. But it's actually looking pretty decent going forward. Looks better than AMC, that's for sure. AMC's, man, AMC looks like shit. Look at this. Look at this crap. Especially after this monster spike and complete fade. The whole move faded and then some. I mean, this is ugly. This is ugly. GME looks way better. I mean, they kind of run together too. But this looks way better. Way better than AMC. Way better. So I'm watching this for any signs of it might look like it might pop or spike. If we get any kind of move, it's likely not going to happen until tomorrow or Wednesday, based on this chart right here. The 4 hour kind of has not the best posture here. It needs a little bit more time here. Market dependent too, because they never came back here to this 110, let alone 100. But that doesn't mean they can't chase it higher first. So tomorrow, it would be nice tomorrow if they had a gap and fade. So maybe they could gap above this pivot, make an attempt into the gap, consolidate for a couple candles, and then maybe make a run into the close to 140. They may pop it a little bit here. It's a tough call. Obviously this thing can pop and come back down, but the chart's not supporting it holding anything. So you got everyone guessing right here because going into today, I didn't think they're gonna pop, or run really hard today. But I was, like I said, going into today, I was liking the chart. So right now, you got people guessing here. You got the gap and filled. It's just going sideways. Market's going higher. This is not doing anything. So if SPY pushes 417, then they're probably going to at least make a run for 140. Yeah, the TMX matters, but not so much as it did before, because it's bottoming just like the market. So I don't know how much weight I put on it, just because the run is essentially over. So any type of move here, higher or lower, it's I don't think it has that much weight anymore. However, it could be reason for just a scare lower on SPY. I mean, at best, in the short run, at best we feel that 405 gap. I mean, that's 10 points away now. I get that, but the market, the low is in for now. I don't see us even making a run or cracking 400. I don't even see that in the cards. That would be a surprise if it happened. Yeah, I'm surprised SPY wasn't following Amazon on this push here because Amazon broke its prior pivot. It's been continuing this move here, but if you look at SPY, they didn't even break a recent 1 minute pivot. Like here, they didn't even break this yet. I'm surprised that didn't happen. So I'm not looking at other stuff, Apple or banks or whatever. I'm not looking at it, but I'm surprised. Now they're going to do it here, but they're lagging Amazon. And if the story is Amazon today, you would think that it would follow it relatively close. Amazon's already obviously above here, but SPY's not even above this. They're trying to do it here. I still think they hit that 417. Yeah, I didn't even know about it, IT. I didn't even forget about it. I didn't even know it was happening. I'm surprised nobody mentioned it. Because had I known that, I wouldn't have been an idiot and impulsed those 412 puts. So now I'm paying for it for getting into that early opening trade. That's why I don't like trading the open. I don't mind missing the move to let the chart settle and let the dust settle, and then assess after the market kind of quiets down after the morning excitement. I don't like trading the open. To me, it's there's no need to. Yeah, you could catch nice moves. Quick pushes. Depends on the posture. It depends on like gaps. I don't like gaps. Definitely at the open. Um, Depending on the posture of the chart going into the open on the futures, and even just coming from the day prior with SPY or whatever. Depending on that posture, um, you know, probably 80% of the time, it's not a good setup to buy early at the open or right after the open. Very few times does it have a look where looks really really good, where you can't not take the trade. So at a minimum, we're coming back here today. Okay, at a minimum, this would be the 80% of the time you'll come back here. See how they just broke out and never looked back. That's why trading is hard, because when you're in the consolidations, we're going higher, we're going lower. It doesn't always do this, but we had a move like this. I forgot last week. I think it was Thursday or what? No. Oh, Wednesday. Wednesday, when I killed it to the downside and then we killed it to the upside. I forgot where we were, but I think they broke out of like 411, 412. It just kind of had a couple candles just breaking in the upside like that, making you chase it higher, never letting you in. So more often than not, I mean, we did come back here, so the chart is satisfied. If they didn't come back here and they kept going to 417, that would have been a nice little mini blow off. So they did come back here. So this should sustain the move to 417 on the current push. But I guarantee you, there's probably 90% chance they come back here today. Probably by noon for sure. And then if they do come back there, then that opens up a whole different world of getting into that gap, which I still think is going to happen. They're at least going to, attempt to dip their toes into that window. I was hoping, man, this gap up because of Amazon. They could have gapped it up, but that big of a gap, they don't give you what you want, because I was looking to buy the dip today. I was looking to buy the dip. I was hoping they'd crack that 407. Maybe if they gapped it up here, well, let's say if they're just hanging around here, they could add like a little spike and then a rug pull, maybe slicing under here, making some kind of move, and then just catching a crazy bounce, back well above, like 412. Just like Friday here, I was looking for that push to 40, ideally 407 on Friday, to buy the dip into the close. But they screwed everyone, because the shorts didn't get paid, and then the longs didn't get paid. You got that one little spike here, and that was it. So Friday sucked. It had potential, but it just kind of turned the shit. And Fridays too can be quiet. You got that, but that doesn't always have to be the case, especially with the market trying to pick a direction here. You don't, they didn't have to make a crazy move on Friday, but at least something. That was a relatively. Remember what I was saying? What was the 410.50? Couldn't get enough of that 410.50 on Friday. That was the theme. It loved 410.50 on Friday. Man, 410.50. That was 410.50. They were making sure, backfilling up and down deck. They were, they were saying, man, we got to make sure about that 410.50 before we do anything. Nothing is more important to the market than 410.50. And then now they can 410.50 what? So if they go attempt to fill the gap, you better believe they're going to tag 410.50. And what is the gap? Where do they close pretty much right above it? Yeah, 410.59. So if they run for that gap, 410.50 all day. So it looks like they may be screwing the 417 bulls here. I think that has a chance of being it for now. Based on the posture here, if they get away, they're going to get away quickly. If we're going to fill the gap, because this 20 catching up, they need to make a move into this 20 here to kick off the downside. Make a move back to 414, maybe pull back here, and then take them the next leg higher to enter the gap, the 413 to 412. So if the bears step it up here, they're going to do it relatively quickly, in my opinion. Like I said, 417 not being hit, man, that'd be. Well, I don't even want to say it'd be shocking. It would be normally, but with the way the market's been playing with 417 and 407 up and down these past few days, that's the trend. The trend is coming short of those numbers that everyone wants. And here too, if I was long, I'd be thinking, okay, come on, they're going to do 417. The gap, okay, that's a whole other story. But 417, come on. If I was long right now, I would be hanging in there for 417. But for right now, doing the right thing, if I was long right now, would be to get out of that long. Because right now the odds favor a push lower based on this. Not ideal. This isn't an ideal setup here. But we do have a little bit of a divergence right here. A bearish divergence that should take us back to 415 or lower. Not the ideal divergence though, because we've been consolidating the divergence. And then you also have Amazon and all that stuff at play. So 417 is not completely out of question just yet, other than the fact that you're thinking they're going to screw the bulls wanting that 417. Like I said, I don't think the upside holds today. Wherever they end up, 417, 418. Um, so I favor the downside just because it has more potential today. Because if they, once they break and get into the gap, so if they did something here, make a run, let's say to 414, come back down, possibly to 415, take another leg lower into the gap, let's say 413, come back down, test this line right here, and then, we could get a trend day to the downside. The Bulls are in control right now. Just me personally, I'm not liking the upside or how do I put it, a setup that may, a potential setup that may evolve to get in for a long. I'm not. I don't see a possible scenario at the moment that'll make me excited to go long. Yeah, well, they have their morning push here now. They're trying to decide if they want to hit that 417 or not. It's a pretty long consolidation right here. I'm surprised they went this long here. I thought they would have right here or here on these candles. I thought they were going to make that run for the 17. So they're just playing games right now because those Bulls really want that 17 that they been coming short of the past times. I think 417.50 is the real number. But you could just call it 417. So see, they're playing games here. So the Bears really need this candle to take back 415.50 right here. Like they need a quick push up um, to kind of to fix this MA right here, and then also to kind of kick off this. There's no momentum, but the momentum could be kicked off if it happens rather shortly. Yeah, 417.50. If you look at the chart, um, well, I mean that's the gap obviously, but the the real number. Hold on. I think it shows on the ES chart. Let's see here. Where is that 417? Yeah, I'm still pretty tired and hazy right now. I don't know why it's not jumping out at me. Is it on the ES chart? I'm still kind of hazy. I can't. My brain's not working how it should be. Maybe 416 was a number. I know it was 417. It was 417 and 407. Oh well. Yeah, but that 20. That 20 is the number right, or the red flag for the Bulls right now, because it's very rare to go from a full bullish look or bearish, however you want to look at it, and given our current position, just to roll over. This isn't this. Okay. This is way different than this. They just squeezed it up. This was the first big bounce after the real pullback here. Okay, so that's kind of why it happened like that. Because obviously, look how much lower we went. So it just sucked everyone one in long, squeezing everyone out. This second time here, the Bulls are definitely in a different position than they were the last time. Now the question is, do they push it to 420 first, and then off 420, do we get a hard reversal back to, 405 for sure, but I don't know, maybe even 400, maybe crack 400, and then that's it, and then So I'm not sure just yet. It's very inconclusive how they're gonna come back down to that gap. The 405 can get hit in the next couple of days, and then they hit the 405, and then they make the run for 420, maybe 430. That's possible. So it's a question: do they just run 420, maybe 425, and then reverse off of that, and then we go to the gap at maybe 400, and then from there make the leg higher back up to 440? Does that play out? Or do we fail here, fill the gap, and then off that 405 we continue higher, and then at the end of summer we come back down to possibly 400? It's tough to say right now. It is tough to say. It's very tricky right here. Bullish or bearish right now are very tricky as far as, we going here or we going here? 420 or 405? Right now it's a very, very tough call. I'm kind of giving the Bears a slight edge that they're going to fill this gap first. That's my opinion. Based on the chart, 80% chart, 20%. Gut feeling and experience, if you want to call it that. So when I wake up a little bit more, I'm gonna go over Friday, and I want to show you a video that's a very, very good video that I've actually thought about for a long time. And this video kind of really shine some light on the idea I had for a long time. But I probably should be doing this trading style, but I'll save it for later because I'm still kind of tired. I'm on the talking mood here. So okay, so they're gonna screw with 417 people now. This divergence is holding out right here. Even though it was during a consolidation, this posture here is very unlikely to not be a divergence and go the opposite way like you're seeing here. So that quick move up higher, above 415, possibly to 414, coming back to 415. So a pop above here, come back 415, back past these trend lines here, and then another leg back through 414, possibly entering the gap, coming back down here. We could get a little bit of trend action here. I might actually be looking. Actually, I need to get some 414s here. All right. So, dummy me shouldn't have took that AC morning trade. That's a bad habit of mine. I don't do it a lot anymore, but I'll do it from time to time. I'll get in a trade early in, at the open or shortly after the open, first 15 minutes. And I start looking at some charts. I'm like, what the hell did I just do? Because I don't look at all the charts. And then I see a chart that's like blatantly obvious. Like, what was I thinking? Like the ES chart. I simply didn't even look at the ES chart because I went into today with a bearish tilt. And the first sign of weakness, I was like, okay, no, we're going to enter the gap. And I paid for it. See, what did I tell you? If they do it, they're going to do it quick. Damn it, I missed my... That's okay, they're not going to get away that much. Yeah, this is, I think, the bottom, the highs in for the day. We're gonna go into the gap, possibly fill the gap. That's my take on how I'm kind of laying out the market today. I was waiting for that 417 to get hit because, well, obviously, I wanted at a better price. I was going to be looking at those 415s for $1. They went to, well, they went to 75 cents. Actually, no, it was a 416s for $1. Come on. Now these 414s are running away from me, damn it. Okay, this is some serious volume coming into these 414s on the 1 minute. This volume is legit right here. If I could get in at 90 cents on these 414s, I would love that. I'm going to put a bid in at 90 cents on one 414. But we might get a surprise move lower here because this is unsustainable. So if you rewind the tape, I was calling for this, the move to 414, back test 415, these trend lines, and then after this consolidation, they make the next leg into the gap, possibly that 413 and a quarter, and then back test this trend line, possibly hold, consolidating 14 for the move to 412 or better. So I'm calling the high day being in based on what we're seeing right now, and them playing games with 417. So high day, in my opinion, is in. However, nothing's 100%. 80%, I'm going to say high days in. There's still the chance that this gets back tested, which it did, but the chart's pretty ugly right here. So the Bulls need to really make a stand. They don't have to obviously rip back up here, but they really need to make a stand. A quick bounce through VWAP at a minimum. At a minimum, this is some decent consolidation here. If they can at least make a quick bounce, an aggressive bounce through VWAP, that's not a good sign for the Bulls. That's going to show even much, much more weakness. Look at this. What I've been saying about Amazon, it barely broke this pivot here, as Amazon this whole time here was breaking new highs, new highs, new highs. And they barely, that's all they were able to do. So yeah, if I was long there looking for that 417, I would have been pissed. Very pissed here. Because look what they just did. They didn't even make an attempt for the high. See how that works? While Amazon was leading the way. That's why I was wondering, why is SPY not, at least here, why is it not at least making an attempt for this pivot, let alone the high? So, yeah, the Bulls are in trouble right now. And I hope we get that move because I want to get filled on those 414s. So, it's unlikely. The 20% chances we flush low day. That's going to show extreme bearishness if they do that. Oh shit. And I'm going to be pissed because these 414s, I was going to be looking for $1 at $1.50 now. God damn it. It's okay. Well, that should be a spike. Well, at least I'm green on the day. I'm green on those 412s now. Damn it though, I wanted the 414s. Shit. God damn it, the 414s are double already. God damn it. Okay, so we're filling the gap. So my 412s are looking good now. After getting completely obliterated, I'm pretty green on the day right now on those 412s. My average is 85, so I'm up over 15% on those. But I'm pissed. That volume on those 414s was looking good on the 1 minute. I'm pissed I didn't get in on those 414s at $1 because now they're almost $2. Shit. Oh, IT. All right, good. IT's on the same page as me. Yeah, IT. I was an idiot at the open. I got the 414s not at the open, but I got them. I forgot where I got them, but I got them before this push higher. Because my analysis going into today was we're going lower first. So I'm still pretty hazy right now. I didn't get horrible sleep, but I'm still pretty hazy. But at the open. That's why I talk about sleep is very important because you got to have a very clear, sharp mind to play this game. So you need to be ready to go. And if you're not, just relax. Don't do anything stupid. And I did it. I did this morning. I didn't even look at the ES. I didn't even look at this chart right here. I was looking at the inverse. So looking here. Well, this is the 1 minute. The 5 minute going into here. I didn't know about Amazon, so I paid the price for that. But looking at ES going into open, I wouldn't have been jumping on those puts. It sucks because I could have had a nice 3-bagger already off this dump we just saw, but whatever. I'm green. Green is green, right? I'm up 20%, so I'll take it for now. I was looking to sell these for an easy double if they made the move into the gap. Look at this. They might be doubling very soon. Look at this. Holy shit. Look at that. I almost doubled these 412s. So I'm happy, but I'm not really happy because I got a horrible fill. I missed these 414s on this rug pull here. So I'm not mad, but I would have been a lot happier. A lot happier. So we might dump straight down the 41.15 on this current push. So they might just go running for the gap. This is a surprise rug pull. Everyone's all bullish because of Amazon. And the manner in which we got here, I don't know if we're going to get, the bounce back up to here. 80% of the time, you're going to get the bounce back up to here. And I'm hoping they do because I want to add. So I really hope they come back here. Ideally, a spike on this candle right here. 41.41 on this candle. Or 41.42 would be ideal. I really hope they spike it because I want in on those 414s. Now it looks like I'd have to pay $1.50 instead of $1, but that's okay because that shit, they're double. Yeah. I mean, see how that works? They happen so quickly. 414s are actually 50 cents. But I was looking at them when they made the first run, and they were hanging around $1.20. I was bidding $1. I'm sorry, 95. What did I put? 90? 90. 90 was my bid because we got a 91 back test area that wasn't hit. But now it's looking like $1.25 is going to be at best on these 414s. If they bounce here, they may keep going here. They might make a run straight for that 410.50 that it loves so much, right? So yeah, they're not stopping. We're going to 412 at least on this current push. I was really hoping they come back here. They still could, but this is kind of a surprise. I don't think they're coming back here on this bounce. Oh, very, very nice. Very nice. Oh, you bought them for Wednesday? Not bad, not bad. Yeah, good job, man. Shit. You're up a G. IT made a G today, but he made it in a sleazy way. Yeah, IT, good job, man. See what? All right, I'm not gonna say what did I tell you. See, I'll talk about this later too about when I say that. When I say what did I tell you, I don't mean oh that's what was gonna happen, and all my angles. I was saying this was the one that was gonna play out. That's not what I mean. That's another thing too. What do you think algorithms do? If then, if this then that, if this then that. Okay, that's what an algorithm is. Okay, so algorithms literally trade what I speak every day. If this happens, then that. If okay, that's how the market works. There's not one way it's going to play out. So rewind the tape. I was talking. I'm like, if they're going to do it, they're probably going to do it quickly. This happened here, what I called out. But I also called out, then they're probably going to come back here, which sucks because I wanted in, and that's what, that's probably why it didn't work out because I was laying it out as the ideal scenario. So I called this rewind the tape. I said it's going to be quick here, and then come back to 15, back test the trend line, and then off there we can bounce through low day into the gap to 414 to that pivot, back test this trend line, maybe consolidate 414 in a bit, and then make the run for 412 into the gap. So I said if this played out, we could see a trend day to the downside. That's exactly what I said. So it is playing out, but not how I wanted it to, because this should have been a dip at least here. They didn't give it. They didn't let you in. See how that works out? Look at ES. They didn't let you in. Okay. So everyone buying the dip, this and that, whatever. Shorts. Okay, so it's looking like they may make an attempt. I hope they do. But they didn't let you in. So look how the market works here. Look at this. Bang, bang, bang. They didn't let you in. They didn't come back. Same here. Bang, bang. This is even worse. Because right here, they didn't even come back on a 1 minute. So remember what was backtest Friday? Today's do what you want Monday. I don't know. Even on the 1 minute, even on this 1 minute, even just for a couple prints, they didn't attempt to come back here. So I don't know. There might be news or something that could have triggered this very quick dip here without any backtests here. I'm not sure, but they didn't let you in. Here, they didn't let you in. So coming back here now, here they're probably coming back here now. They didn't let you in twice. So now you're not, people chasing it are unlikely to get paid right now. We're going to get some kind of bounce here. So I'm watching this bounce here. I got my bid in at 90 on those. I don't think I'm going to get filled. I'm looking at the chart here. That's 50% away. Jesus Christ. These are my bid's at 90 and they're trading at $1.80. So if it comes down there, I probably don't want to get in anyway. But realistically, $1.25 on these 414s will be your dip entry. $1.25, maybe $1.30. So I'm watching it closely. But yeah, and the bulls are in trouble here. This consolidation with this rotation, I mean, they could still bounce it, okay. But this weakens the bounce. Getting a rotation, again, this is like 80% of the time. This doesn't mean it can't, climb up here, flag out, and grind back, whatever. That doesn't mean that can't happen. But getting a rotation on a consolidation is not what you want to see. You wanted to see a quick snap up higher. Not right for VWAP, but you wanted a quick snap up. And if it's such a bullish tape, they should not be hanging around below the low a day on a consolidation. Man, my throat's been scratchy since I woke up. I'm not sick, but you ever get that feeling where it's kind of like I guess it feels like your throat's dry, but it's like it stays kind of dry, but it's not dry. I don't know what it is. It's like scratchy. It's a little humid actually. It's not really dry. Alright, where we at on this 15 minute that's about to close? Um, yeah, see what I was saying earlier, that 100? Well, see, they came short of it. Doesn't mean the downside's over. But on this next 15 minute, yeah, maybe. I don't have allergies or anything like that. This is not normal for me. This I can't remember the last time this happened. I'm saying that's what I'm experiencing right now. I drink water like I have to keep going back to the water like, but it remains scratchy. But yeah, so this 100 that I was talking about earlier. So you got the daily 20 that's way below us, unsustainable. So the market needs more time. Either we correct lower and then bounce off that correction, or they're going to just consolidate and go sideways a little longer. So, and then I also mentioned the 15 minute. So, yeah, no, I don't have allergy problems. But this consolidation is the same as Friday. So here the 15 minute is 20. I'm sorry, the 9 went from a full trend to sideways for 3 hours here. And it didn't have enough time to make the move here. This was about 3 hours also. And that's why this move was weak. Because it's hard. I don't know how to explain it. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I can't explain it. It's just based off experience, based on the MA posture, not sustainable. You got this, and then you got the 100 flattening out, and then you got the daily 20. That's not a good look. That's why I was saying I don't see any bullish setups here that I would like. Now this may act as a magnet. The posture of these 5 minutes, very likely they're going to come back here to this trend line at a minimum. Possibly up into this 41, 46. Okay, so I'm watching this. So what I want to see here is I want to see that. I want to see a rejection for the next leg lower into to fill the gap. I hope they bounce more. I mean, obviously, you could argue both sides, but typically you want to see at least a pretty good bounce to to correct this move. A correction. Corrections are healthy, up or down. At the same time, if it's a surprise, everyone's looking for this, at least this pivot, and that trend line. The surprise is obviously we could take a big drop lower if it becomes unexpected. So we're looking for 409 on Friday. If that could play out, man, that's a stretch, 409. Not really. It is, but it isn't. Because now this 100 is shooting up here. So you want this to at least flatten out a little bit. So this bounce higher would be ideal. If only on a bounce. I mean, a spike. Meaning we're not closing up here. I mean, there's that scratching skin. What the hell? So if you look at SPY, okay, so we're gonna get the bounce. They're coming back down here. It would be very, very unlikely if we don't come back in. Alright, we gotta put our Bollinger Bands on, because this is gonna help. Okay, so now they're cracking open. it needs a little bit more time on the pullback. This will allow this to keep moving up higher to get more fuel for another push. And I gotta, bad habits are hard to kill, man. Wow, would you look at that? Yeah, see, we're flagging out here. Look at this. That flag, target, that 412.80 target on that flag. Look where we hit. Just shy of a couple pennies. It's weird how the market works out. So I got in. I forgot. I think. Oh yeah, I added here. I added right here at the bottom of that flag. That's where I added, and then they pulled the rug on me. So that was my ad. I got in somewhere here. I think on this candle. No. I think somewhere here. I think I chased it. I got in at 95 cents, and I added at 75, and I got pie in the face. You know what? Let's make the day a little exciting here. We can't trade without our bells. We can't trade without our bells. It's just not the same, right? You want to hear those bells ringing, baby. So okay, I hope they make the run back to 414 because I want to add. So you're wrong when you're right. I'm green on the trade. I jumped the gun. I was hazy. I shouldn't have got in here, okay? But this is why I was kind of jumpy to get in. Not saying I wanted to get in and they're just gonna. I thought they were gonna make. Well, yeah, this is sort of it. I'm not saying this move would have happened here. What I'm saying is the move into the gap to here, that pivot, that 413. That's what I was anticipating at the open. So I was going to look for a quick double at the open. That was my plan. And that's why people run into trades because it works out eventually, but their timing was bad. So right now, alright, they're probably going to hit 412 on this current run here. 412 should hold. Alright, there's our first bell of the day. Let's go. So, we're looking at about, yeah, they're going to crack 412 on this run. This is a surprise here. Oh, Amazon split bullish, buy the market. We're going to 420. See how that works? So now I got to decide. The right thing to do should be to probably sell these on the 412. Let me see, how much will they be at 412? Another $1, so they'll be about $1.50. So I'll have a little less than a double, but I gotta weigh the risk of holding it for the gap later, because if I sell them for $1.50, if they go here and I get them for $1.50, 410 in the afternoon is going to be $2. So you run into that problem. Do you want to risk likely making only an extra 50 cents on the trade? Risk that for the possibility of 409. So if I sell them for a buck 50 on this current push, worst case we see 410 today, so they'll be worth $2. So I'm gonna be sitting in them all this time, risking it all for another 50 cents on these 412s. And at best, they make a run for 409, and I sell them for $3 or better, which would be a double from $1.50. And look at 3.5 bagger for my entry. But the right thing here to do should be to sell that 412 crack. Hopefully we get some big flush. Maybe we crack 412 and we see 411 on this move. That would be awesome. If we see 411, these will be worth $2. So you know what? I'm gonna put a sell at. I'm not gonna put 2 just in case they open the trap door. See, that's another thing too that sometimes scares me. Is not scares me, but especially this downside where it can get crazy very quickly. We see some crazy, 2-point candle. They make the run to 412. They dip a little, and then we see 2 points to like 410.50 out of the blue. That's why I'm gonna put it in at 250. Actually, 275 on my second entry. I'll put the sell in there. Alright, so I'm back to break even here. I'm hoping they do that dip here. Now the way it's looking, if they don't continue, I think they're going to continue. I think this is they may fake this out here. I mean, as it stands, they already did actually tag that pivot. Now if they come back here or this trend line, that would be ideal. Consolidate a little bit more, build some energy for the next push lower. But my gut's saying they fake out the bounce that everyone wants. So that 414 break, I don't know, I'm skeptical if they're going to do that. I think they may just consolidate a little bit more and take that next leg down. You got this 200 right here. So if they make the next leg down before coming back to 414, that's going to be very bearish. Because that quick move will allow this 200 to kind of get in position that will sustain a lower move later to the gap or possibly below 410 if they don't hit 414 on this push. So where's Amazon at now? Oh shit, wrong chart. Okay. So Amazon's bear flagging here. And Amazon looked worse than SPY on the daily here. This is a way more unsustainable posture on Amazon. Just based on the posture alone, adding to the fact that they just ripped 25-30% off the lows without any pullback. I don't think this is the posture that, they're going to squeeze more. It's going to hold. Again, I'm not saying they're coming back here. I'm just saying the bulls need time. They either need to correct with the pullback or eat some time off the clock to allow these MAs to get in a better position that can sustain this move. Again, I'm very, very bullish. Once the smoke clears. if they could satisfy that 405 gap sooner than later, I will be scrambling to the long side to get in for the move to 420, 430. Okay, so they are coming back. Let's see if they do it. They could still fake it out. Everyone's looking for that 414. Ideally right here, 414.10. So this changes this flag now. Now, depending how far they come, this will be a normal retracement. They'll hit that 38% retracement, which is healthier for the chart. All right, come on, spike that 414. So yeah, now we're looking at, if they come back down to here, we're looking for that gap fill. Okay, so they're doing it. This is good. Those 414s are about where it should support at $1.25, $1.30. But I'm being patient for now. There's no reason to hop in the trade just yet. So the 414s are coming into support here at about 25. Seeing some big volume here on the 414s. Big volume here. Were those people sitting on the bid buying it up? We'll see. We'll see here. Are they going to go to 415? That's a stretch. See, they never came back down to that trend line there. That's on the 1 minute. If you look on the 5, I think these are drawn off the 1 minute. Okay, yeah, so that's quite a stretch there. I don't think that's going to happen. So we quote unquote should hold here. Okay, I'm seeing some nice volume on these 414s. I'm not jumping in it yet. I'm not taking that extra risk to assume that this is it. But as far as the 414 puts go, they satisfied the dip on the 414s at about 25. That $1.25 resistance is acting as support on the 414s. Okay, so now they reloaded the gun here, so I was going to sell if they surprise it on that over here to 412. I was going to sell at least one, but now that they're reloading the gun here, I'll be looking for the gap and possibly beyond. It's going to take some time though now. These MAs need some work. AIT, you're in for Wednesday, right? on the 412s for Wednesday. You sold really, really nicely there on that push. You sold pretty much at the low on your puts. You know what? Why can't? Are you guys there? Well, I'm sure you're there, but I was gonna say, why can't this be a trend day today, like this was right here? This BS day. Maybe we're gonna reverse. The Bears are gonna pay back for this day right here, and we're gonna get the trend day to 407. How sick would that be? That would be sick. I'm not planning on that happening, but there's potential. You guys fall asleep? I know you're right, Vlad. Last week, going into today, anything is possible. All right, we got a new guy here, Tim. It's because I play better from the long side, so it's easier to read the chart from the bullish side than the bearish side. I mean, wouldn't you agree? Watching the paint dry, it's not that kind of day. This is way better than Friday. Way better. With a lot more potential here. What makes this bearish move here interesting is because, well, yeah, I mean, we're in a flag right now. What do you think? I mean, with that prior move to 414, they could have kept going to 412, and then we would have gotten the same action. But again, I'm not, in my opinion, best case, and it's a long shot, was 409 today. But what I want to say is the door is open for a nice move lower today or tomorrow. Because I really think they make an attempt at 405 before they go higher. And this may be kicking off that move to 405. Not today. I would love if we hit that 409 today. Yesterday here, Friday, we had 409 targets, 408.75, and then 408 based off this bear flag from the gap. Now, we broke that. We broke all these these flags, obviously, because this changes it all. But you'd be surprised. Kind of like this move here, right here. This bullish flag on the 1 minute. That target was hit here. Oh, they did hit it. They missed it here, and then they hit it. Look at that. So this was 412.81. And this is, oh, they did hit it. Yeah, 412.77. So look at that. This broken 1 minute bear flag worked out. Can you believe that? Look, this flag, look where they stopped. It just so happened to be the target from this flag. So see what I mean? How these flags, not I don't know what the numbers are. I don't have data on this, but based on my experience, these flag targets eventually play out later on once they get to that area. I mean, I don't know how much more proof you need right here. I'm not saying trade based off this. All I'm saying is if you're moving in the direction of some prior flags that were busted, you know, try selling at those targets, at least taking some off the table. See how that works out. So right now this is normal and to be expected. We're hoping this flag holds here so they can make the run for 410.50. Well, 411 on this next push. They're not going to probably do it in a straight shot here. Those 414s are above 50 now, so that $1.25 entry would have been very nice. It looks like it's going to hold up to. On the 1 minute, it looks like they may come back down to $1.40, which they just did right now. I had my bid there at $1.37. I didn't get filled. Damn it. God damn it. I was bidding $1.37 on these 414s. They went down to $1.39. I'm going to sit tight though, because there's no reason to chop in this trade. I'm already in it on the 412s. I'm going to wait at least for this rotation here, even if that means paying the premium. Oh, here's GME. See, it's not really reacting to that market. Just barely came down. See, this thing's ready to go sooner than later. So if it comes back down to the 128, 127 to 129 zone would be a good entry. I'm not saying for a day trade, but it would be an area to watch if they came back down here, which they likely should if the market goes lower. But I don't think it's ready just yet to go. I mean, if they run it, they can run it without me. This has the posture of a surprise pop, possibly the 140 if this plays out here. This look, my gut feeling says this may turn into something here. Now you got the market acting against it that can prevent it, but I'm not just saying this based off looking at this, but I'm also basing it off of my bullishness going into this week on GME for a possible move at best to about 175 if they really get it going. But for right now, it's a gamble to just hop in this. This one's looking just like GME. So you got these GMEs and these meme stocks right here, kind of hanging in there. This doesn't look as good as GME, but it's holding together in this flag right here. I mean, this is, it's almost a month of consolidation here. So this thing's going to be ready sooner than later for at least an attempt to 50, if only on a spike intraday. Alright, see, this is why I pulled my bid. We're likely going lower, but there's no reason just to jump in right now. We need a little more time here. And, it sucks here too, just like this move here on the 1 minute, they never came back. They very well might come back here. That's going to really hurt the bearish posture if they do that. I think they don't. And then, in the coming days, we'll hit it on our move back up. So this is just my guess here. If they don't come back here today, they leave this open for another day. Because this was the surprise. You got Amazon excitement. We're going higher, and here's the rug pull catching people off guard. So that's why I don't think they come back down here, because everyone's trapped. Everyone was buying the tape because of Amazon and the overall market, wanting to go higher on the bounce off those lows. So this is going to be a thorn in the side here for the bears, unless they see a surprise move lower here. You may see a surprise move lower. Chart doesn't really support it, but that's kind of the only way it's going to resolve this VWAP here. It doesn't have to play out that way. Remember, they hugged VWAP all day here. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just using that as an example. But if you look at the posture of the VWAP right now, it's just going sideways here. Here, it went sideways and then they snapped it down. So, is that going to happen sideways in the snap? I don't know about that. We're below this. Is that the 50? Yeah, we're below the 50 here. Here you had the 50 supporting this move. Right now we're just battling the 50. So it's not really ideal for, just to ride that VWAP. What's up? So that 125 support on those 414s worked out. So if you want to see what I'm talking about here, here's the 414s. So if you look at the chart right here, see this? Technical analysis works on everything. So this is what I was thinking about this 125, and there's the bells ringing, damn it. They're gonna, come on, don't do it like that. You're gonna pay. I mean, I'm gonna get paid, but I want, come on, look at, okay. Bells are ringing, let's go. Ay. They're gonna do it like that, huh? Okay, so here comes a surprise move. Here comes 411. 411 and probably in the next 30 minutes. Ay. Let's see. I was even looking at the 413s for $1. Now they're $1.50. Jesus. Seeing pretty good volume here coming on these 412s. It looks like it's a breath thrust to the downside, meaning we're going to see 411 sooner than later. as in like we may see a nice flush here. I mean, they might hit it by the end of this 15-minute candle. I think we could see 411 on this candle. Remember Friday, 410.50, man, they couldn't get enough of that. I think I'm out of bells. I think I'm out of bells here. I am. The way it's looking, man, 409 is not out of question today. I mean, it would be absolutely sick if it got crazier than that. You know, possibly 408. We're getting ahead of ourselves here now, but where's that gap at? 59. There's that 410.50. Okay, we're set now. We are ready to go. So 412.75 at best is my guess before they push 412 again. So I would say right now, as the chart stands right now, I would say there's a probably a 75% chance we crack 410 today. Part of the reason is because the speed of this move. And this 200, remember what I was saying here? I thought here they're going to go for 412 and then come back. And how I was mentioning that this 200, if they did that, that's going to allow this to flatten out and be supportive of a larger move lower. Okay? And that's exactly what's happening now. So by the time we make this move to 411, consolidate, bounce, come back to 412, all that stuff, you know, this 200 is going to be in position supporting the move below 410. So I'm holding these 412s for 410 or better. I'm gonna risk it right now. even though on this move right here, I'm going to have a solid double, like 150% move on this move. Um, I'll see. I may sell one and hold the other one. Bells are ringing. Let it ring, let it ring, let it ring. Who's that? Oh, Tim, yeah. Are you short, Tim? If you're short, every time you hear that bell, your account's getting bigger and bigger. If you're short. Oh. Man, I could have killed it if I waited, man. God damn it. I would have been sitting on a six bagger on these 412s. Ring those bells. Let's go, baby. Oh, you're short? Alright, Tim. Every time that bell goes off, it's going to be like Pavlov's dog. You're going to get excited every time you hear that bell. They say trading's supposed to be boring. I don't agree. There's ways to make it fun. And those bells, that's one way. I mainly started doing that so when I leave my computer, I know what's going on. That's why I did the bells in the first place. So if I go to the bathroom or get water or make food or, I crank up my stereo and I can hear bells. So I know exactly where we're at without being at the computer. Alright. See how this day is way better than Friday? I'm just talking based on the action. I was green on Friday as well. But we're kicking off the week really nicely here. This week is not going to be like last week because last week we're not hanging around in this flag for much longer. So hopefully, I'm praying we fill that gap at 405. Maybe tomorrow. If this gets crazy, we hit 408 today, come back down, maybe hold below 410. Then 405 is getting hit tomorrow, possibly from the open. I hope that happens. Number one, it's going to pay me today. But even more so is I want to play that 405 bounce. I really hope that happens. We got this line here. They did test it on Friday. So, you know what? 409, well, it'd be 408 if they hit it. So see? Man, if they hit this, today will be an awesome, awesome day. Even if they only hit it here. Well, if they hit it here, I'll get paid really quickly, but I don't care when they hit this line. If they hit that line today, come on, let's go. Okay, 411 target. 411 break target. It's coming up probably on the next 15-minute candle. Possibly sooner. They might just spike it. The downside always comes quicker. That's another thing you gotta consider when you're trading the inverse. It acts the same, but not quite. Because the downside comes much quicker. Much less consolidation and back testing. probably 80% of the time. So right now they're battling this. I really hope you. What do you mean you made some money on this move here? Oh yeah, I missed this too. I was looking at the four. If you were away, I was looking at the 414s at $1.25 right here. I showed the chart how it was prior support or prior resistance, and it worked out really nicely. And this is what we're getting right now. But you caught this move, so you caught a good short. I'm still in my 412s, looking. I'm hanging on to them. I'm hoping this overshoots. I'm hoping we hit this, and then we get a quick bounce, and off that quick bounce, a quick trap door to this right here, filling the gap, and then getting rejected by this trend line. If that happens in short order, I'm definitely selling one, and then really watching to dump that second one. But this 412.85 is coming up right here. I'm sorry, 410.85. So let's say, yeah, so these will be at least $2 on these 412s on that 410.85 run right now. So I'm not ready to talk about it yet. I'm still kind of getting out of my tiredness. But I got a really good talk about not being greedy and a different approach to trading with a video that kind of goes along with it. So they should, they may spike because we're going down, but this is going to be a bit thick right here. So I think they may still continue, on this 15-minute candle for that run, and then off of there we get the real bounce. Possibly back to 413. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Because this is a surprise move, so a lot of people are caught off guard here. Buying the Amazon split. So we'll see how it plays out here. But I think on this current 15-minute candle, they're going to crack 11. Anybody still short? Vlad, if you are, your 414s are looking pretty good there. If you're still in those 414s, I would, if it was me, I would, oh, I thought you were in the 414s from $1.10, or I don't know what you were. You said you had a bad fill. Let me see what you had. Oh, you had the 414s. Okay, so you got back in. Because you had the 414s. Oh, that was the calls at first. Oh, I'm not reading. I'm reading the back chat. Oh, what the heck? I don't see it here in the chat. I remember you said something about your bad fill. Oh, there you go. 110. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I see that. No, you killed it. You killed it. You killed it on a solid three bagger. That was an awesome trade. Awesome trade. That was like a 3.5 bagger. You killed it. So yeah, this upper VWAP is concerning. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say anything. I didn't hear anyone talking. I thought nobody was in the move. I didn't hear anyone. You're talking about paint drying and all that, and I didn't hear you say anything. You're talking about paint drying right here, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's talking about how this is a normal consolidation. There's no paint drying here. Compared to Friday, this is action packed. Friday we'd be dying for a move like this in this time. This would have been like we'd be jumping up and down, giving high fives if we caught this as we're short here. So if this happened here, and even if they hit 409, which is only a point, we'd be happy on Friday. Yeah, they're cracking 411 on this move. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. You know, they may consolidate a little bit more, maybe get a little spike. Possibly hit this fib. But because of this VWAP, part of me thinks we're going to crack 410 later, but the VWAP is telling me just to lock it in. But because it's a surprise move, it's a tough one. And this kind of goes along with my talk, so I probably should just sell this 411 crack. Because let's say they just push $1, so at best, okay, so like $2. I could sell these at $2 from 85. I mean, that's nothing to complain about at all. But I think there's a good shot at breaking 409 and possibly 408. It's pretty out there right now, but you know, once they challenge this 410, you know, here we got a trend line from Friday. Possibly consolidate this, maybe come short of 410 or whatever. But once this is challenged, I mean, well, what's another point or even 2 points, you know, with a surprise move on Amazon day, you know, and then wanting that 405 gap fill all along, getting robbed at 407 from this day, seeing this bullshit move. So why can't we get some bullshit here? It's not quite, you know, we're not going to see this kind of move today. Because you had this 50 right here. This 50 was supported the whole time, and right now, I'm sorry, where is it at? That is the 50. What the hell? Oh, I was looking at the chart the wrong way. So right now the 50 is just flattening out. So best case, they overshoot this target. Again, targets don't mean that's it. Target doesn't mean go short, they're done. Target just means this is a probable target, to sell if you're in the trade. And it's just a measured move. But if they could overshoot this and we get that rug pull to the gap and even then some to hit this line right here, that's what you would want ideally for the setup to break 410, maybe 409 later on. This move needs to get there sooner than later to transform this 50. So the 50 can support 408, later on as it starts to catch up into the close. The 50, let's say here is at 411. That's close enough that we could see some quick, move through 409, maybe 408. I'm calling 408 at best. At best, we hit this line right here today. That's what the chart's telling me. Okay, so I was calling for a 411 break on this 15-minute. Hopefully they do it because, like I said, we need this move to... you want this move to happen sooner than later to support further downside later. But, this is pretty thick up here, So if they do it, it's unlikely to hold in the short run. Meaning, this hour. This hour, there's an 80% chance any move past 411 up into here gets rejected and we get a bounce back. It's at 412 most likely. Now anybody, well, most people here, Tim, I don't know, he's a new guy, but all this analysis is simply analysis and analyzing the probable outcomes based on the chart. But having said that, if you were here or if you were trading this day, nothing worked on this day. Everything that should happen didn't happen on this day. And you can see what kind of BS day it was. Why? Well, because we almost reversed it the next day. So this, I'm not. You can play both sides of the market. So manipulation or not, it's not like you're banned from either side. So if the market goes up or down, you can be in that up or down move. Having said that, this was some, I don't want to say algo, this was market maker manipulation. This is like the man behind the curtain manipulation right here. This action here. This wasn't natural, in my opinion. And I don't just say that all the time. It's very rare that you get that type of action. This is extremely, extremely rare. Anyway, so coming where we came from, the market action we have seen, the way the market has proven itself, that it can get crazy, that's supportive of a possible, continued big move to 409 or better. That supports it. And my analysis going into this week was lower before higher. So that's where it gets hard. Here comes a bell. There we go. So that's why trading's hard. Yesterday, my objective analysis going into this week was lower than higher. We're coming down first before they try to go higher. That's based off the chart. That's what the chart was telling me. We're not ready yet to go higher. So that was just going into today, not knowing we're going to gap up or anything like that. So you have that, and this wild action that the market has proven it can do, that's supportive of a bigger move lower today, meaning, by the close, we may look back here, and let's say this is a quick push. Let's say they fill the gap on here, and let's say they don't even come back to 412. Let's say they come back. Well, let's just say 412, 412, or maybe just here like 411.75. We may look back and be like, oh my God, what a great entry that was in hindsight. What I'm getting at is the setup is there for a move through 410 later today. I mean, right now 410 is only $1 away, but we're extended. The point being is, it's the plan the analysis I just laid out is sound to support a 410 break, to 409 or better today. So 4087. My guess is if they break 410, we're going to see 408.75 or 408. That's my guess. And here we go, baby. Let's go. Light them up. Light them up. All right, so I have a full double here. A rock solid double on these 414s right here. You can see the chart looking really good here, breaking that $2 mark. I got my first order, I think, at 250. So it's looking really good here. Looking really good here. So I'm going to leave. Okay, here. Just to show you my orders here. Oh, I moved them. I'm sorry. Here's my orders. So this 50 is not supportive. I hope we get that quick spike. Why? Because this quick move, we could reload the gun back here as this 50 on the actual SPY chart. The SPY chart's already flattening out on this 50. But on this 412 chart right here, there's my $2 order if I had it in there. Let's see what happens here. This is a little sketchy. So if we get that move into the gap, it's not going to hold. Now we're already extended as it is. So, but I hope. Wow! As I'm talking, look what happened, guys. Look. Look at this. You like that or what? As I'm talking. Look at that. You guys seen that? As I'm talking, my $2 sell would have been beautiful right there. Again, target doesn't mean they can't go further. But it definitely is a good place to take your profits if you've been in the trade. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? Come on. All right, I'm now. If you're short, you want to highly consider closing any shorts up here, because now the target was hit. You've got them playing with the gap. They already spiked the round hole number. You got people wanting the gap. And we're very extended here. So I might have just missed that $2 sell. Right to literally buy a penny of hitting the target. And let's see here. Yeah, so broke my target by 1 penny. Let's see if we have support for another push to that trend line. So this is good. You guys are quiet today. I'm still kind of tired myself, but at least the market's waking me up. So as it stands right now, this hourly, it is supportive, very supportive of cracking 410.